Hello learners, this is Vandana Shukla, computer educator at Deep Darshan Vidya Sankul. Today our topic is chapter number 4, Introduction to HTML. Chapter number 4, Introduction to HTML. Learning objectives. By the end of this chapter, learner will be able to understanding of basic structure of HTML, learning of various container and empty tags, learn various HTML tags and their syntax, understanding of formatting elements of HTML. Means when we will end of this chapter, then you are able to understand the structure of HTML program and various container and empty tags which are used in HTML, that we will know, and we will learn various HTML tags and also their syntax. Understanding of formatting elements of HTML. So let's start the topic. First we will see introduction part of this lesson. HTML refers to hypertext markup language. There is a special kind of text used by web browsers that represents the data. This data may be in the form of letters, images, audios or videos. First of all, we will see full form of HTML, that is hypertext markup language. And there is a special kind of text which used by web browsers which represents the data, and that data may be letters, image, audio or video. This special text is given emphasis which some people may say. It is marked up through a link to the other documents. Thus, a page formed using the special text is called a document or a web page. Means when you create a special text, then it is called a document or a web page. A web page can get opened in a web browser. Means we can open web page in a web browser. The web browser access the web pages from the web server. A web server may be placed anywhere in the world. So as we know, a web page, web browser access the web page from the web server, and web server may be placed anywhere in the world. This means that a web browser can access a web servers only if it connects to the internet. If there is no internet connection, then web browser cannot access the web servers. The HTML was founded by the group called World Wide Web Consortium in 1990. So this was the introduction of HTML. Let's see the other points of related to this topic. So point 1 is overview of HTML. First point is who invented HTML? HTML was invented in November 1990 by a scientist called Tim Berners-Lee. Means in the year 1990, the scientist whose name was Tim Berners-Lee has invented HTML language. The purpose was to make it easier for scientists at different universities to gain access to each other's research document. Means their purpose was to access to each other's research document. Point 2, a brief history. HTML is not an invention but an improved version of standard generalized markup language. It is not a version but it is standard generalized markup language. HTML is a meta language used for defining and creating descriptive markup language. Point number 3, what tools do you need? Means when you are going to use the HTML language or HTML program, so which tool do you need? To get started with HTML documents, only two basic things are required. First is text editor or HTML editor, and the second is web browser. Means the two things that we require is text editor or HTML editor and a web browser. Point 4 is tags and attributes. Which kind of tags and attributes are used in HTML document? The World Wide Web Consortium has given a set of standards while building the HTML language. The W3C uses some special words to define an action. First of all, we will see what is tag. A tag is a special word enclosed in angle bracket. Means tag is a special word which enclosed in angle bracket, as you can see in the picture. A tag tells the browser to perform an action as asked by the special word. Means when you are using any tag, then that tag tells the browser to perform the particular task. The special word may be written either in lowercase or uppercase. Means you can write that special word, means that tag, it may be in uppercase or it might be in lowercase. The browser will respond to both the cases equally. Means it is not case sensitive. If you are writing in uppercase, that the browser will respond. If you are writing in lowercase, that time the browser will respond. The HTML tags are normally comes in pair of start and end tag. Means HTML tags are normally comes in pair, that is start and end tag, which is known as opening tag and closing tag. While the start tag is written in the beginning of the element as special word, the end tag is written at the completion of the element as special word. Means start tag is written in the beginning of the program and end tag is written at the completion of the program. For example, when you want to begin with writing source code using HTML, you write the start tag as HTML, and when you have completely written in the HTML document and want to end it, you write the end tag as closing HTML tag. Here you can see the backslash is given, so it indicates that it is ending tag. Backslash shows that it is ending tag, and the first one without backslash, that is your starting tag. Insert a forward slash. This forward slash followed by HTML in angled bracket. The characteristics or the features of a tag are defined by an attribute. An attribute is used inside a tag. Means if you want to define any attribute and also have to give some values to it, so we will use inside the tag. An attribute always takes a value to help the browser perform the specific task in a particular direction. There may be more than one attribute used inside a tag. Means we can use more than one attribute inside a tag. An element is a combination of start tag, the text, and the end tag. For example, body tag elements begins with start tag followed by the text and ends with the tag /body tag. So the simple body tag is your starting tag and the /body tag is the ending tag. In simple word, one can equate an element to block, a tag to an instruction, and an attribute to an extension to a instruction. Container of tags. One set of tag may contain another set of tags. This is called nesting of tags. The second block of tag is always contained in first block as shown below. So you can see tag 1, tag 2, then closing tag 2, then closing tag 1. Come to the bottom part, tag 1 and closing tag 1 is the first block of tag, then tag 2 and closing tag 2 is the second block of tag. Tag contains any other set of tag that is known as nesting tag. Now our next point is structure of HTML document. Here we will see what are the structure of HTML document. This is very important to understand the structure of HTML document, because whenever you will write your HTML program, so you have to follow this structure, then you are able to create a web page in HTML language. So the first point, that is, start with the HTML tag. Whenever you will write a HTML program, you have to write HTML tag. Then next is heading tag. You can see HEAD, that is heading tag. After that, title tag. In the title tag, you have some text is written, that is structure of HTML document. Then after closing the title tag, the first one was the starting tag, that is title tag, and the / title tag, that is ending tag. Whenever you will write in title tag, that will be displayed on the title bar of your web page. After closing title tag, you have to close the heading tag. After closing heading tag, we will use body tag. In body tag, whatever you will type, that will display on the web page. So as we have written the text, that is body of the HTML document. The body tag is the second section, and from head to title tag, that is first section. After typing the text in body tag, you have to close the body tag. So we will use / body tag. Then after we will close the HTML tag, so we will write / HTML tag. When we will run this page, then the body of the HTML document will be displayed on your web page. So this was the structure of HTML document. The basic structure of the HTML document is divided into two sections, namely head and body tag. Means your HTML document is divided into two sections. The section 1 is head and section 2 is body. The browser enters the first section, after executing the start tag of HTML, telling the browser to begin interpreting the HTML command, and start tag of head. The first section helps in changing the heading on the title bar of the HTML document. The starting of the heading is shown after start tag of title, and end is shown by / title tag. The end tag of head is / head tag that tells the browser that the end of first section has come. Means when we will close heading tag, then it will tells the browser that the first section has come. The second section begins with the start tag of body. Means when we will write body tag, so it will understandable by browser that it is the second section. The data on the web page is displayed through the text used in this section. The end tag of body is / body tag that tells the browser that no more data is to be inserted on the web page and the end of the web document has come. As I told that whatever we type inside the body tag, that will display on the web browser. If you have closed the body tag, so it will tells the browser that there is no more data to be inserted on the web page and it is the end of the document. After completion of this section, the /HTML or the end tag of HTML tells the browser to stop looking for HTML command. Means when we close the HTML tag, then it tells the browser to stop looking for HTML commands. This implies that any tag used after the end tag of HTML will not be interpreted by the browser, and so no action will be performed. This statement is saying that if you have closed the HTML tag and after that if you are writing something, so that will be not interpreted by the browser because you have closed the HTML tag. Please note all the sentences containing any number of white spaces written inside a tag within the body element will appear as written in the HTML code. Any white space inserted outside the tag within the body element will be interpreted as null, void or amounting to nothing by the browser. Such white space outside the tag will not appear anywhere on the web page. Then after we will see saving the HTML document. means how can we save our HTML document. When you have finished writing the HTML code in the text editor, the text editor might be your notepad window. So when you have finished writing the HTML code in the text editor, click on File menu and select Save option. This opens a window which asks you to save the file in a folder. Means when you will go to File menu and you will select Save option, then one window will be open and it will ask you to save the file in a folder and give a name and extension to the file. The extension is this file will be .html or .htm. So .html is the extension of this file. This will turn the file into web page. Means if you are saving your file, so first will be your file name and then after that .html. So your file will save as a web page. In order to modify the web page, either open the web page and click on View Source or open the web page with Notepad. Then next point is container and empty tag. What is container and what is empty tag? Before we proceed further to formatting tags, it is necessary for you to understand the difference between the container and the empty tag. Means what is the difference between a container and empty tag? A container tag has the start and the end. The text or graphic is inserted inside the beginning and end of the container tag. For example, body tag, this is a container tag because we will start the body tag and we will end the body tag. The body tag here is a container tag which has both the beginning and the ending tag and the text in between both the text. The empty tag is a stand-alone tag. This implies that such a tag has beginning but no editing tag. For example, the beer tag is used for adding one line break. If we are using BR tag, so it will add one line break. Such a tag does not need an end so as to tell the browser that end of link breaks has come because there is no need. Such a tag is called empty tag. HR is another empty tag. This tag is used to insert a horizontal ruler on the web page. Comment tag is also an empty tag. This tag is ignored by the browser. This tag is used to increase the readability of the HTML source code. With this tag, you can insert a description about a command. This is written as exclamation sign followed by description or remark on a command followed by. The for example, exclamation hello, then close the hello body tag and closing body tag. The second section of the web page begins with the body tag. This tag defines the visible section of the document. It has a number of attributes which controls the overall appearance of the document. The attributes that are used with the tags are listed below in the table. So see the table carefully. On the left side, attribute of the body tag, and the right side description is given. So first is BG color. The background of the web page is displayed with the color and it has a number of attributes which controls the overall appearance of the document. BG color, the background of the web page is displayed with a color that has been taken as value by this attribute. Then background. The background of the web page is displayed with an image whose address is taken as value by this attribute. Then text tag specifies the color of the text in the document. Then link defines the color of the link in the document. Then a link defines the color of the active link in document. After that, v link defines the color of the visited link in the document. Next, the next is formatting elements. In a web page, the text is an important component, especially when there is no picture or graphics. It becomes therefore necessary to change the style of text at every paragraph so that they become presentable. There are a number of tags that help you to format the text. Means with the use of formatting elements we can format the style of your paragraph and also the text which we are using on the web page. So there are number of tags that helps you to format the text. So first is heading tag. What is heading tag? Heading tag is used to display the heading or the main topic on the web page. This tag varies from H1 to H6. Means there are heading tag starts from H1 and from H6. This is a container tag, means it has opening tag and also closing tag. The heading tag H1 shows the heading with largest font size. Means if you are using heading tag H1 and whatever text you will type in H1 tag, so it will be shown with largest font size on your web page. As you increase the number in the heading tag, the font size goes down as shown in the example. Means as you will increase the heading tags, the font size will be decreased. So we will see the example which is given here. So you can see H1 tag and the text that is written, this tag is in largest font H1 font. Then we'll close the H1 tag. Come to the H2 tag. This tag is in larger font. Then close the H2 tag. Next is H3 tag. This tag is in medium large font. Close the H3 tag. Then H4 tag. This tag is in medium small font. Then close the H4 tag. H5. This text is in similar font. Then close the H5 tag. H6 tag. This text is in smallest font. Then close the H6 tag. So it was all about heading tag which we are using to format the document in HTML program. The above code produces the following output. You can see in this picture. So when we have written that tag, that is heading tag, and after running the web page it is showing like this. So see the first statement, that is this tag is in largest font, then H1 font. So this is the largest text. Then second one is little bit medium size from the as compared than first sentence. Third one is smaller than the second one, and the fourth one is more smaller than the fourth one, and the last, that H6 tag, that is the smallest font size tag. So when you will run your program, So the text will be displayed as given in the picture. We can see from the output that the size of the font keeps decreasing as one increase the number in the heading tag. Means when we are increasing the number in heading tag, the size of font keeps decreasing. So this was all about heading tag. Thank you.